Hey guys, welcome back. It's Team Trek Yards. I'm Captain Foley. I'm joined by Commander Cockings. Yes, I'm going to talk over you because I'm going to introduce everybody. No one else has a name. It's Commander Cockings. We got the Irish Trekkie joining us and the Trek Collector.
Yes.
So, everybody introduce yourselves and let's start the topic of today's discussion.
I am the Trek Collector. My name is Chris Judge. I'm all the way from Dublin, Ireland, and it is a pleasure to be with the one and only boys from Trek Yards. Hi, guys.
Here. Hello.
And I'm Damien, Irish Trekkie, and yes, equally excited to be with Team Trek Yards as well. So thanks for having me, and looking forward to the discussion ahead.
Okay, so what are we doing today? Today we are discussing an interesting one. We're in the Trek universe. We love the Trek universe, but we're in the universe. The question is, what ship would you personally want to serve on? Reasons why, and just, can you justify, can you even sell the other people on the era or that ship?
What's my rank, first of all?
Oh, we're all newly lieutenanted.
Hairdressers.
Yeah, we're all mocked.
Okay. I think I know right away, so I'll start talking, maybe get you guys thinking. I don't know if you guys have something picked out yet, but
no.
I think I'm going to fall back to the same thing I said for captaining a ship. I probably want a Galaxy class, just because it's so comfortable and luxurious, and there's all these hot soccer moms walking around, holodecks everywhere. You can, on your time off, you can go onto any other ship in any other area that you've ever wanted to do and command it. You're just a lieutenant, but you can be a captain on the holodeck.
That brings up a question, though. If you're a single person, how many singles are there on the Enterprise D say? Like, is there a singles night? Because if there's married people, is there speed dating on a Galaxy class?
I would imagine so, probably, yes.
Warp speed dating. Has to be.
Unless you want to take it slow, then quarter impulse. Don't wanna... Okay, I could go further into metaphor there, but I'm not going to.
And I guess they wouldn't be soccer moms; they'd be Parisi Squares moms, I guess. I don't know.
True.
But anyway.
Okay.
If we're in the universe, that is, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like Stewart's. I like Stewart's style. Like the Galaxy, she's a luxurious ship.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
But is anyone surprised he didn't go for TOS?
Yeah,
I'm surprised I didn't go for TRS, but they don't look very comfortable, in all honesty. You know what I mean?
Well, it's ship packed full of women, and you have to share bums.
Short mini skirts. You're absolutely right on that. Wow. I might have to rethink this. I think
you could go back to season 1 with the short skirts and TNG. Yeah.
You could wear one yourself,
guys wear
Stuart.
short skirts.
Yeah. Got a double short skirt date. There you go.
Ugh.
Okay, Chris. What about you? What swings through your mind?
Oh, I think I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to go completely opposite. I'm going to go for the Defiant. Just for the heck of it. Brave, exploring the Delta Quadrant, front line. Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure he likes bunking with other guys because you got to share a bunk. So.
Yeah, well, the sleeping cabin isn't that comfortable. I will actually give it that. But yeah, roughing it out and, kicking some Demeter, but, well, we're all friends now, I suppose. But,
You'll restart the war.
yeah, why not? Sure, hey.
Okay.
Keep an eye on those
Gotta
Cardassians.
be careful. Gotta be careful what buttons you push because that Worf lives on the Defiance. You're gonna hear Klingon opera if you hit the wrong button, and
Hey, living with war, I'll be well trained up in Klingon martial arts and very handy on the battlet. Yeah, there's another advantage. Yeah.
Plus, you always have that smell of lilac in the air.
Oh yes.
Okay, everybody knew what I was talking
Fresh
about.
prune juice.
Okay. That is an interesting choice. I like it because that's such a. I think it's like 80 crew in that ship, or less. So you'd know everybody, and you'd get really. That would be. You think Voyager's a family? That would be. Everyone would be second cousins in that. I mean, you get just. Everyone's everything.
But the great thing is you dock at Deep Space Nine, so you got the whole creature comforts of a space station every now and again.
If you look at it that way, absolutely.
So you want to be
that makes a lot of sense.
You want to be on the Defiant rather than just a Defiant class then.
Oh, yeah, the USS Defiant.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's a clever cheat. I like it. Okay, Damien.
Yes, I was still thinking as well when Chris was choosing, and that we've had 2 excellent suggestions so far. Again, my first love is the Galaxy class, but I think if I was to choose a ship to serve on, I'd actually go with a Sovereign. class.
Mm.
If I could get onto the Enterprise, if I met the grade, yes, that would be awesome. But we have obviously a stunning looking ship, but she has a lot of she's got a lot of she can come to the table with a pretty big hand as well. So she's like a battleship. She's an explorer. She's a frontier ship, and we can jump onto the Argo and have a little run around. We have the cool captain's yacht, to take excursions on as well. Maybe
You
I
can
could
steal
be,
the captain's yacht? You only do
no,
talent.
like
Wow.
I'm a chatty guy, I could kind of smooge my way onto it, I may set the table in the Cousteau's kitchen or something like that, whatever. But there's a lot of opportunity, and she's a big ship, so you're not in the face of everybody, but some cool amenities. But yeah, I think you get up to a lot of shenanigans on a Sovereign class.
You'd have to steal the captain's yacht. Come on. It's worth a small little wrap on the wrist or a small little semi-court martial. Come on.
On the way to Rise Up.
I like the first thing he said, stealing the Argo. I mean, that would be a blast to take it down to a planet and just bum around on that thing.
Doing donuts in the shuttle bay,
And if you've seen John Eves' shuttle bay, I mean, that's a gorgeous looking. It's two different bays. I mean, you've had some, That ship is the sort of the culmination. That is the epitome of Trek design in terms of what we've seen. So that would have everything, and maybe finally, proper functioning security protocols in the holodeck. Safety protocols that won't fail, and Nazis won't appear and shoot everyone.
That's never going to happen in Star Trek.
Never.
Commander, what about you? You haven't answered yet.
I mean, you've got to go. Galaxy would be a great option, but I'm kind of Voyager as a ship is kind of like the Connie of its time. That is the long. I mean, it's not necessarily designed for exploration, but obviously it was forced to be. But you've got it's small enough that you know everyone. Big enough that you don't have to see everyone. The crew quarters are pretty nice. Not as spacious, but got a bit of everything. The holodeck's more advanced. You've got, I like the shuttle's better in the Delta Flyer, obviously. That Captain's Yacht is great, but come on, Delta Flyer. You would take that on every Sunday just to leisurely drive around the neighbourhood.
It's not the captain's yacht. Like, imagine nicking the captain's yacht and just seeing the face on the captain.
Yeah, you put in the brig, wouldn't you? The captain. Can you imagine? Okay, you're on the captain's yacht. You dock back in.
Desk.
But can you imagine Picard walking down the stairs and saying, "You brig."
Here, Mon Capitan, just borrowed your craft. See you in 2 weeks.
And sure, if anything happens, the Delta Flyer on Voyager, you can always nip into the Aero Shuttle as well.
Good point.
See, yeah.
Intrepid class is pretty interesting, yeah.
So I'm trying not to go for Galaxy because obviously same as Stuart, has nice differences, but it's also a very big ship. Like I think the Galaxy is less of a community. I mean, the fact that the Lower Decks episode you saw that not everyone knows each other they just know of each other. So I think the Intrepid class, that tight knit crew, sort of close to what Chris said, would be, I think, nice. And obviously you got the holodeck, so you have everything within plus you can also fly through an atmosphere. I mean, how gorgeous! I mean, you go to 10 forward, or you go to whatever the Voyager version is. You just look out the window. I mean, you could probably convince Janeway just to fly through a planet atmosphere for no reason.
Yeah,
crap. I'm the only one that I've just realised. I'm the only one that'll have to actually pay for holodeck privileges because I'll have to pay it to Quark. Use my
You made the choice.
That's true.
But you have real Dabo girls and other said people.
That's true. Bit of Dabo. Can't beat a bit of Dabo.
Well, that raises an interesting question, which I think we should all answer. What holodeck program would you run most often?
Oh,
I think I personally would have to do.
My God, you're asking this question. Oh, God.
I am. I think personally I would have to do a Sherlock Holmes program because I love Sherlock Holmes, I'm a big fan, or a World War II fighter combat simulator. I think that'd be awesome too. So those are my two choices.
Okay.
Besides, those are the non-R-rated choices. Let's put it that way.
No flash or anything like that. No.
What's that?
No kids stories with Naomi Wilde.
No.
I think I'd go with that Slipstream program that Paris and Ensign Kim had a problem with. That's kind of fun. Trying to get Voyager back home. That seemed like a good simulation. Or else it would be the bridge command test.
Yeah, that'd be fun to do.
Fun.
Ooh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Or getting the Galaxy class out of that booby trap in the episode Booby Trap, getting it out of the asteroid field. I think it'd be fun to play. That should be a video game.
That,
you know?
Yes. Nice. I like
Damien?
There's so many to choose from. I wish I had Reginald Barkley here to kind of pull from his encyclopedic knowledge. But I think it would be fun for me to grab Belana and do a bit of skydiving. With the safeties on. Yeah, I'm not that much of a daredevil, unfortunately. I'm a pretty big coward.
But the question is,
that would be good.
The question is, when she invites you to do that whole Cardassian beating up program, would you join her for that as well? Second date, or would you stay off the whole deck for that?
It would really depend on the skydiving first. I am a gentleman after all. Like, it's I don't want to give away all my secrets. So maybe on the next time we have a chat, we'll talk about that.
I got to go with something I thought Stuart might go for. So I'm on Voyager. I would go straight over for the Montgomery Scott TOS Enterprise program, but obviously populate it with people, because I've got a fan film still in production, going to come out, where you see other universes and times and things. So my ultimate dream would be to, hey, if I'm like Damien, if I was on the Sovereign, they have the program history of every other Enterprise. I would visit every other Enterprise, or even you just say the computer, recreate Corbomite maneuver, say, but obviously it's doing its own version of it. But live them with the people. I would certainly have endless hours if they let me, because we have a lot less time than you guys do on the holodeck. We actually have to work on our ship.
You're right. I think I got to steal that answer. Screw my other previous answers. I think that's the way I'd go. There you go. Relive every episode of Kirk's Voyages. There you go.
Kirk's Voyages. There you go. That's a good one. Yeah, I like it. Well thought through.
But that means all of us are in the same era. Roughly.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Now, is that really because of the holodecks? Are we falling back on the fact that we have that ability? Okay, let's say no holodeck then. Take out the ability to do anything like that, and just the sort of comfort of the ship itself. Do you all have the same answers? If you take out the ability to do that tech stuff?
Yeah, I think I'd stay with the comfort of the Galaxy class, personally.
I don't have a holodeck, so...
Well, you have access to one, though.
I do have access.
When not on mission. Yes. I'd stick with my answer as well.
Yeah.
Good old Sovereign.
I think, obviously, I love the Voyager, but I think if I was to that sort of secondary choice, I've always loved the initial scene of Undiscovered Country. The Excelsior. That is the next exploration vessel. It's a big ship, a lot of crew. They really, let's make a big ship so we can go out and explore. So I love the idea of that. The uniforms I love. Yes, you got bunks, but hey, everyone's done, summer clubs, when you're young. So, I love the idea of exploring, and that sort of tech sort of resonates even better, because there's going to last longer than a Connie in battle. No offense to the Connie, but they're out there to do some fun stuff. So that'd be my secondary era, I think.
Interesting. If I was going to go with the secondary one, I think there would be a whole lot of fun to be had on the Franklin. I was
waiting to see someone say that.
Very, very out of the box question answer. I mean,
yeah, I thought it might raise a few, Vulcan eyebrows, but when we kind of got to learn a bit about the Franklin and her roots, she just occupied just an amazing time in the history of Starfleet and the Federation and just Star Trek canon. But yeah, it'd be interesting now to see what was the captain's name again? It was was it Balthazar?
Basically, yeah, roughly that.
I think kind of seeing what he does. I'm a lowly lieutenant just running around this the ship. That'd be crazy. Very exciting.
So, would you want it when it was the test ship, the Mako ship, or the cargo ship?
I think Mako will be the most fun.
So you're a Mako now. Have you just completely swapped tracks?
A lowly Mako. Like, hey, listen, this is my alternative choice. Okay. Why not go crazy?
Yeah. See. Normally I'd want to be in the command position, but I think I'd really love to serve on the JJ Prize, because then I would change my career course altogether and I'd become an engineer, because I could hang out in the brewery all day and get drunk. That's what I think I would be.
Yeah.
I had to go there. I had to. I'm sorry, guys.
But are you finding Budweiser, or would you have the rum and ale? Would you manage to change all the systems to make it rum and ale?
I'd have Canadian beer, because American beer sucks.
What about some like Carlsberg or something?
Oh no, I need
Yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, if I was to be in a command position and I had to pick an era, I probably would pick TOS. I think it'd be the most interesting as far as adventure and the unknown goes. Kind of, I don't know. TOS is always my fallback. It's always my favorite. So.
Okay, Chris, secondary era.
I would go with the refit Enterprise, definitely. Again, as you said, Samuel, love the uniforms, just that different style. Not the advanced ship of the fleet. It's not the Excelsior, but there's just something beautiful about that ship. Oh, yeah, that'd be my second thing.
And to be fair, that auditorium, you've got the trees, and you've also got the one with all the games. The amazing games. You could play in that. So I was thinking something before we actually talked about.
You've also got a captain that brings you onto your rec deck to brief you. Like, man, what's a rec deck for? Fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear about some goddamn alien probe that's going to destroy us on our rec deck.
and I assume you're joining. You said for the uniforms, so you're joining after the pajama onesie era.
Oh, after the pajamas.
Okay.
Pastel, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, good.
See, I thought something before the chat. We're going to go into this about eras and ships, but I was sort of thinking, you're on the ship, you obviously know the captain, you know the command staff, but do you really know them? Let's just discuss this for a second. So I thought, out of all the captains, going into Kirk's ship, you would see him in the mess hall. You could hang out with him. He's the captain. I think you could actually just sit down, chat, bro it out with, and then actually do other stuff on the weekends. I think he's the one out of all of them that would do that. Thoughts?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, you got Sisko, who's the emissary. He's got other stuff he's got to do. He's got a whole station to take care of.
Yeah.
Unless you can consider Worf to be in command of the Defiant, which he kind of is some of the time. Yeah. Picard just seems like a stodgy, keeps to himself, only talks to his command crew. They do all the rest of the work, basically. Janeway, I think, would be like a mother figure, but then in that situation, of course, she kind of has to know everybody. But as a regular Intrepid captain in the Alpha Quadrant, I'm not sure that would be the case. I think she'd be the same as Picard. And Archer, I think you'd know Archer very well. Same with Kirk, he'd be in the mess hall too. So, yeah.
Archer and Kirk, I'd agree with you.
I think Kirk would be more fun, though.
Oh, yes.
Archer.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Kirk's not a diplomat. Archer is. Kirk isn't.
I think Archer's the sort of guy that's like your older brother who you would go take homework to and say, "Can you help me with the homework?" Kirk is the guy you take some Romulan ale, slam down, say, "Let's do this," and he just
let's play some three-dimensional checkers, man.
It wasn't that episode. I think it was like season 3, the original series, where they go to a planet. I think it was Angelus or something, like a hedonistic planet, and basically Kirk brings over a woman, and introduces her to Scotty, and then they head off. It's like, how cool is that, Captain? Even Scotty makes a remark like, you know how to look after your men, Captain, and all this stuff. Like, there we go, prime example.
Yeah.
So good
Off
point.
Wolf and something, I think it was called.
Wolf and the Fool.
That's the one. Yeah.
I mean, it just really says that we say that straight away, and then Picard, the whole point of the All Good Things, the last scene is now he's even hanging out with his crew. So you wouldn't. He's not the captain you approach to hang out with.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah,
but
that's spot on. Yeah, I should have done this a long time ago when he comes in and joins the senior staff for Game Poker. So he won't pop in on the senior staff. There's very little chance of him saying hello to you in 10 forward. Very little chance of seeing him in 10 forward, unless it's for diplomatic reasons. So, yeah.
Okay. Another sub question then. We'll start with Damien on this one. What would be out of TOS, which crew member would you think you'd be the most friendly with? That you think you would absolutely just click with? Damien, then Chris, then Stuart.
Oh my. Who would I click with?
I'm assuming we can't say the captain because we just talked about captain.
Yeah,
right?
something.
Okay. Captain's off limits.
He's already your friend.
Wow. He's a close colleague. Who would I click with most of all? Probably Chekhov. He's just such a scamp. Everything is invented in Russia. And he's not afraid to speak his mind. Like, he's literally just on the bridge for like 5 seconds, and he's all mouth and stuff like that. And I think he'd be a good guy. Definitely.
Well, I'm going to go for a fellow countryman. I'm going to go for Miles O'Brien.
No,
We'll have our bacon.
we're only in
We'll have
TOS right now.
bacon.
We're only in TOS right now, Chris.
Oh, we're in TOS
Yeah,
now.
we'll
It's
go. We'll
stuck
go.
in
Yeah, we'll go through different eras.
Damn you.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of TOS, I would say it would have to be Sulu. Yeah, I think it'd be
Oh,
fun.
my.
Fencing.
Oh
Bit of fencing, yeah. Oh my, yes. Have some Vulcan tea. Yeah, cool. Fencing and Vulcan tea. And a cucumber sandwich. What more would you want?
I am really shocked and surprised at those two answers, and I'm very ashamed of all of you because you should pick
Wow.
Scotty. I would hang out with Scotty. Scotty would be the most fun. I think we'd be able to get drunk, you'd be able to hang out, and I don't know, I think he's just kind of he's a fun-loving kind of goofball. I think he'd be willing to play pranks on the rest of the, the staff and whatever. So I think I'd go with Scotty.
That's actually a good call because if Kirk turns around and asks for how long for something to be repaired, he says 4 hours. He's got 2 hours to mess around with.
Exactly.
Christ on the bridge, and here he is hanging with a drink in the quarters because he's already fixed it. He hasn't told the captain yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
So, am I right that saying when I think of that crew, I always think of Sulu and Chekhov as kind of like good pals. Like you associate them, they would be hanging out together. Do you guys agree with that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly, I think Sulu would be because I think he has more drive than Chekhov. Chekhov's a funner guy, but I think Sulu has more drive. I think I could like go do hobbies with him as well as just hang out. But then I think he'd bring Chekhov, and then we'd have like mess hall sessions where everyone's just chilling and there's a tribble in the corner, and then no one feeds it for health reasons. And then Uhura comes in. I think those three, and then I think everyone except the main two would always come together. Because being a bridge crew is a pretty serious deal. Especially for an ensign like Chekhov, that I think they would form a really strong bond. So I think it's kind of a package deal almost. I think those three together, you'd have a really nice some dinners and go bowling with them. Would be fun. There's bowling alley. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting point of view there.
Kind of
yeah.
cheating there, but
So I guess the next question is TNG. Who would you want to hang out with staff-wise?
TNG, Riker. Just love it. I love Riker. I love his personality. I love his.
Love the way he sits down.
Oh, that's so characterful. Yeah, he's just such a personality, and you can tell he's so loyal and so trustworthy, and he'll always have your back.
But technically, he's your boss. The captain's not. Everybody reports to the first officer. Well, you report to your section head, who reports to the first officer.
But
if you're going to get shit, it's going to be from Riker.
But unlike the guy in the lower decks, I would actually have a bit of chemistry with him. That didn't work.
Okay.
That's fine.
And he'd also like play his trombone for you as well. So
And
he could have
poker.
some like nice musical nights. Okay.
Right, so Damien, who would you pick?
TNG. I'm going to usurp him from another series, but I'm going to go with Miles because yes, he did serve aboard in the TNG roster. So again, Miles. Chris is probably going to say something similar as well at some stage, but like
I'm not now.
he's just not. Well, no, you can go a little bit later on, or you can pick the same one as well. Like maybe we could the three of us could go out. Head down to 10-4, just share stories, talk about the Cardassian War, and all that kind
Sing
of.
some songs.
In all fairness,
The Enterprise,
in all
three
fairness-
Irish lads hanging around each other. Nothing's gonna get
in all fairness, in TNG, O'Brien never had anything to do but stand in the transporter room. So he's got lots of free time on his hands, and nobody's used the transporter room. So,
Exactly.
But
exactly.
is that pre-marriage or post-marriage? Because he'll have less time after marriage.
Oh yeah.
Definitely pre-marriage, and I can guarantee you it will not be like New Haven. That is not Ireland. I'm just saying that to YouTube land out there. That's not how Irish people ever talked or looked or anything like that.
Riley
But,
knew good
yes.
stuff from TOS.
Right, Chris, who would you pick? Would it be O'Brien?
Okay, Damien nicked mine. Damn. Let's see. Who could I pick? TNG era. I'd say Geordie would be a bit of fun. Single guy, down on his luck. So you could take full advantage of him, Throw
And
him out there.
you know he'd always be available because he can't get a date to save his life. So
Exactly, and you can swoop in there and pick up where he fails.
oh, that's
Oh.
beautiful.
Yeah.
With-
Bad wingman. Well, you robbed O'Brien on me, so you know what I mean. I have to pick somebody else.
Yeah.
And Data with a cat. Don't know.
Well, see, that's who I'd pick as Data. I think it'd be fun to kind of get his take on things and kind of school him about human behavior. He might turn out a little bit more R-rated than he wanted, hanging out with me. But plus, he's the Sherlock Holmes fan. I think we'd have a lot in common. I'd join him on holodeck, the Sherlock Holmes adventures. So I got to say, Data. The Data would be amazing to hang out with. Plus, he can do anything.
Whistle.
And I feel like I got to jump in there briefly. I got to say Wesley as well for me because of the similar age. Like I'm going to go straight to a Riker who's late 30s. I should probably hang out with Wesley as well.
You are.
But after he comes back from the academy, he's a bit more responsible, but less of the first season. He's somewhat an officer, so
Shut up, Samuel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Start the exams.
oh.
Wesley's gonna outdo you all the time, Samuel. No, you turn to hate him. You won't be your friend anymore.
Well, I'm more creative than him though. He's smarter, but I'm more creative. He can edit track yards. Just.
There you go.
He could give you a bit of a break. Yeah.
So are we doing all the crews then? Are we gonna all the shows?
Let's do one more. So I want to take us back in time. JJ verse. They're all different. Who are the JJ crew would you want to hang out with most? And I'm going to include just because there's a slightly extended cast. I'm going to include Carol Marcus and Bruce, whatever his name is, Pike, and I'll even add Jayla. Is that from the new one? Just because we know she's probably going to be in it. So I'm slightly extended. And if you want to throw Khan in, I'll throw it. But if anyone picks him, I'll be surprised. He's there for a few days,
Can I take this one first?
Yeah.
It has to be McCoy.
Sure.
I'm going with McCoy. His dry wit, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, McCoy for me, hands down.
Good choice.
Okay. I would have to say Carol Marcus because it's Carol Marcus. She is a sweetheart in that movie. I might have a son named David at some point. Who knows? But it would be Carol Marcus for me, I think. And she likes changing in front of other people and stuff, so I'd be down for that. That's my serious answer. Carol Marcus.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay.
David?
Samuel?
Oh, me, okay. Well, I was going to go Carol as well, but obviously I'm a bit... I won't go Carol, even though I think, yes, I agree with the same points. I think I'll go for Chekhov in this, because he's even more bouncy, he's even more energetic, he's even more, friendly in this universe. Because Sulu's even more command in this. They've clearly... Some of his lines are very serious to just hint to Star Trek 6, I think, a little bit. So I'll go Chekhov, hands down, for this one.
Cool. I would go with Uhura. Maybe when she's having a bit of a rough time with Spock. I definitely wouldn't give her a tracking necklace. I'm just saying that.
It was a gift.
That's just not how I roll. Listen, I'll trust you, okay?
But taking on a Vulcan.
Vulcan meets an Irish. That's a battle of the ages. But I like reboot. I love original Uhura, but I like reboot. She's definitely knows what she wants. It was great to see her in the bar in the 2009 Star Trek, and then just see her kind of being pulled from her station up to the bridge. Not phased, talking to Captain Pike, taking over. Getting that kind of battlefield promotion of such, and again going back to something that Stuart said, she gets changed in front of other people too. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. So, there's a lot to be said about Uhura in the reboot universe.
That was a lady and Kirk was hiding under the bed.
It's still someone else. Can
I give a sub answer? I would love to date that Orion lady that she was, because she's gorgeous, but also I love her from Continuum. Because she's just a sweetheart in that as well. So I would absolutely go for that Orion. That ginger hair.
She's also in the first G.I. Joe movie.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, yes. She's a sweetheart. Yes, absolutely.
So if I was 10 years older or she was 10 years younger, I would ask her on a date very quick. So Damien, we can double date.
Yeah, high five.
Hey, Carol, I could come too, all right?
We could do something. We could go to that bar where Scotty is in
But
in San Francisco. You know,
I've
that seemed like a good
Hey,
place.
brilliant. Dry wick. Yay! No, we'd have one.
It's okay.
We'd have
Chris is
Come
so
here.
hammered.
myself and McCoy, if we were left single and you three we're all out on dates, I'm sure we would find women. There's no problem.
No, you'd be too drunk. You'd be passed out. You'd be.
Oh, no. I have a funny feeling McCoy knows where to go to pick up the ladies.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, definitely.
honourably,
Can he keep
honourably.
them? Doesn't look like it, but
Oh, no. It's not about keeping them.
that's why I joined Starfleet.
Well, guys, I think that's probably a good time to wrap it up. We've had a great
Mm.
discussion about a lot of great stuff, and I love hanging out with you guys. We're going to have some good podcasts in the future, I am sure. So thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure to be
Thanks
here.
for
Thanks
having
very
us.
much for having us.
Yes, Stuart. Great to be here, as always, Stuart.
Yes. So yes. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up. Anyway, this is for now. Anyway, this is Captain Foley.
Commander Kongs.
Irish Trekkie.
I'm the Trek Collector.
Until next time, everyone. Have a great one. Bye bye.
Yeah.